Hello and welcome everyone. Happy New Year. It is 2026 and my biggest ambition for this year is to really get into art. It's not my first round at the rodeo or whatever the saying is, but I definitely kind of been slacking a little bit, especially when it comes to like traditional art, painting, sketching, all of this sort of thing. I have been very creative. I have been cosplaying for the past 1.5 years, I think, and that has helped me immensely to create new creative ideas and see different perspectives. But I definitely had an art block and I didn't really know what to do. And I have been doing a lot of social media stuff and I thought I would just document my journey. I am downsizing. I have completely decluttered most of my space. I have shaved my head, which seems extreme, but I wanted to take the obsession away that I had with my looks and especially aesthetics, so I can just learn to express myself freely and creatively and not just like look on perfectionism and looking good, but rather on purpose and creativity. I thought for my first video of this journey, I'm just going to be here and present all of my art ever, which is not true because I don't have all of my art ever. My art is scattered around many places. I don't have it all with me. I don't even have all of the art that I created in my own home. So I'm just going to show you what I have and hopefully this hypes me up to do more. And yeah, let's begin. For the first one, I actually did take this with me. It is from 2018 and it is this portrait of Frankenstein's bride. I made this portrait when I was a trainee at a hotel, and as you can see, it is not really I just like drew that on and then I painted the hair and it looks nice, kinda, but there's like no layers to it. It really just is what you see right there, painted like that. There's a saying that says that you paint the face that you see the most. So it does look like me a lot, the way the head is shaped and the lips and everything. So I wouldn't say it's a self-portrait, but you know, somehow. I did a lot of watercolor sketches afterwards, but I don't have them anymore. So this one I made during the first lockdown of COVID, and it is a acrylic painting of my childhood cat, and it has like horns. It's supposed to be a gift, but I never finished it, so I didn't gift it away, obviously. And then I think I had like a ginormous break because I never really learned how to paint and it was kind of like never turning out the way that I wanted it to or had it figured out in my head, and I like completely stopped painting again. And then I had a child during COVID. Like I became a mom, so I had my priorities somewhere else. I still didn't know anything about anatomy or like painting or stuff like that. I had it basically in school, but it was so basic. I had like color theory and then how to sketch. I'm pretty much, as of right now, self-taught. I had someone gift me pencils. They accidentally bought, and it was like these pastel chalk pencils, and I did this, and it's like this face that I made, some kind of caricature or like a character that I like made up. Personally, I think it's so cute. It has these like devious ghosts in the background. I asked my followers, they named him Melvin. So basically this is Melvin. This was kind of just like the first thing that I made where it's like, oh hey, this is kind of like nice and turning out even better than I thought it would in my head, because I could like blend it and make it look really nice. I believe it's watercolor paint, you know, like those child paint thingies that you could buy anywhere. Then I put the details on, and that really made a difference and kind of like started a mini art journey for me. Next up, it says that I painted it in 21, but I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I buried that very far away. Proportions are all, you know, it's a thing. The colors are really nice. Like I saw that and I was like, wow, that's cute. Especially because you can see like the different like color zones in the face. And I did a lot of the shading with not so dark colors. And I mean, that's nice. I made this with the chalk pencils on toned paper. And it is the Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth. This is the nicest thing that I made with my low amount of experience and just like knowledge. I love the way the fingers turned out. This one is probably like up to date still, one of my favorites. I have to still go through this folder, but this is also fan art, and I'm really sorry for me. This is a little bit embarrassing for me. This is from the Harry Potter series, an actor. It was one of the Phelps twins. I don't know which one. This was like my best of the year 2021. Best acrylic portrait, like painted portrait, I would say. This is it. And you can tell that I started to actually like learn about anatomy and like painting related stuff. So this turned out kind of nice. I would look at it right now and be like, oh, this is okay. I think I'm gonna go into the folder. I do have a folder here. I'm trying to do these in like chronological order, but I don't know if that's gonna work. There's a bunch of stuff in here that's just kind of messy. I did those. They're like, you know, those like realistic eye paintings. They are also okay. There's lots of stuff where I'm just not gonna be like, hey, this is good, because they did help me practice, but so far I'm not really thinking about them a lot. This is another one which is like also okay. I think I learned about like the color or the way you're supposed to like paint an eye afterwards. So there's that. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Here I have a portrait sketch of my partner, which I abandoned because it didn't really turn out anyway. Like you can tell that it's him, but I didn't like it. And my kids actually like got a hold of it. So like that is art in itself. This one, the technique and the way that I made this, I love that so much. Proportionally, no. But that is like Lana Del Rey. This is like multimedia paper, and then I put acrylic paint onto it. And I did the details in these colored pencils. And I love that for like the realism purpose. And the details are just really, really nice. Like proportionally, again, I don't really like it proportionally, but this is like cool. I would totally see myself like do that again from the techniques. And then in here I also have this like a black and white painting sketch of a friend I made, and I'm probably just gonna like add onto it and finish it and send it to him. It's not supposed to be like super detailed and stuff like that. It's just kind of like, oh, I made a little gift for you, but I never finished it. Like this is still from 21. And now we actually have to like go over there. Yeah, these two I also made. No, wait, this says 22. Okay, I'm not that amazingly organized here, so sorry. Next up I have a sketch. This is like number one. It says number one on it. This is in a sketch in acrylic and it's a horse. And this was supposed to be for someone, right? The colors are nice and the way, I mean, you can see that it's a horse. After I did this, because this was like my raw thing, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna do it. After I did that, I went on, I believe, Skillshare, and I took a class in horse anatomy. I believe that this was already in the year 2022. And after that, I did this horse portrait. And it looks good because I took an anatomy class. And that really helped me to like understand how a horse is shaped. Because never painted a horse before. So like, yeah, first and only horse painting. I should also probably do one where I hold these next to each other before taking an anatomy class, after taking an anatomy class. It makes such a difference. Like practice does make it better. And like seeking knowledge in different perspectives. Yeah. I think now we're gonna go there. It's not really my best work. This is my acrylic sketch of my partner with a stroller, and it's just like I just painted a picture. I don't know anything about landscape and stuff like this, but I think it's the first time that I did like a full body thing, and I once again did it with acrylic paint, and then I put like tiny details on with the colored pencils. I do like this a lot. I like the colors, and I like the fact that this is my partner with like a kid and a stroller. Remember that vividly. This one I made for a friend, an online friend, I would say mutual on Instagram. It's the New York musician Stanley Dunkies, and I just wanted to practice. It does not look like him at all, and I got like lots of the proportions wrong, but I like the way that I blended this, I guess. Also notice that the signatures are not up to date anymore. Because I did change my name, my government name. So yeah, but like this is also from like the year 22. Then next up would be a sketchbook. But this is my sketchbook from 22. It has some easy sketches in there. Oh, I started this in 21. That's why I couldn't find lots of the work. Again, like one of the Phelps trends. This is like also before any of the classes. I believe that this is Harry Styles. I don't know why. I'm not a Harry Styles fan. I don't know why that's in there. Oh yeah, this is my very first still life. It's of my pastel purple cup in my pastel pink kitchen. It's okay. I thought it was really, really cute. A child. Also a acrylic paint sketch. I'm not gonna say who that is. It's just like a child and you just have to accept it. I'm gonna go through that because I don't know what's in there. It's just like a bunch of like scribbles. And then we have this, which I believe was supposed to become like a full thing, but never made it. Again, this is like just a sketchbook. Yeah, this was like an idea for a painting. And it's like a bunch of, they were supposed to look like these. There's this one horror movie where like all of the children are like possessed and they have like white hair and like white eyes, I believe. And this is like supposed to be like that, but with like babies. Do you know what I mean? And I never really like did anything with this. And it like no longer, I don't have the will to paint possessed babies anymore. I just thought this was really cool. I believe that this is Markiplier. My partner did say that this is him, but I don't remember doing that in my sketchbook. I think that this is like a sketch of Markiplier. Sketch of a girl with a snake. Oh, and I believe that this was like the first ever horse that I did. This is okay. Maybe that I did this after the anatomy class and it's like a sketch after that because this is an anatomically correct horse. These like little punk girlies with like colorful hair. I don't know what that is or why that is in there, but it's a thing. Oh yeah, there's some really good stuff in there. I have to put this down to show you guys. I don't know what moved me to do this, but this is probably like my favorite thing ever, and it's Daft Punk. That is so freaking cool. I want to redo this like as a full-on painting that is just in the sketchbook. I'm so sorry, that is so freaking cool. Hello. This is the coffee cup that I had in my office with me when I was painting. It was like already 22. Like you can see that. You can see that there. We have this really cool abstract portrait. I think that is really nice. Like just like the overall idea. The execution, you can say about that whatever you want. But like the idea is really cool. This is a water glass and then some washi tape that I tried to get into sketching so I could get better. This is my first time doing like a deer. This is my second time. You can already see like I learned. Like the last sketch in here is also really nice. I really like the way I did the eyes and face. Like that's really nice. And then it's not the last piece of the year, I believe. I also did this, which is, it's a cheese gremlin, and this is like an insider joke, and it's a toddler. I mean, you can see that it's a toddler. This is like not that good, but I tried to like work with no reference, and I mean, it turned out like this. This is supposed to be Lana Del Rey, but I don't think it looks like her at all. I'm gonna put you guys over here again. The next thing, this was my first attempt at a self-portrait, and then I just completely stopped painting. I don't know why, but this is from 22, and it's also probably like from the size back then was my biggest painting so far. There's a slight chance that I might finish this, but I don't think so. This is the hair I had back then. I mean, as you can see, I don't have hair any longer. So I started this, but like never finished it. And then I really got into like gaming and cosplaying and just nerd stuff. And that was my way of being creative again. After that, I did this. Just like a little art thing, like a fan art thing, you know, Resident Evil, Jill Valentine stylized. I think that's really cute. One other thing in it, and it is Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. And I did that sketch for a reason. So after that, I went into cosplaying, and I'm not gonna be like, I didn't do any art. I mean, I did a lot of fan art until now, but it's kind of like what got me going. So what I did after this, I built a pyramid head cosplay. This is made from foam with small details, and the overall big thing is cardboard. And I also have the sword, same materials, and then like painted them. After that, I started a face hugger from Alien. This is unfinished because I keep losing the fingers because I'm going into chronological order. This right there is the first thing that I have painted in a very, very long time. It is Valak from The Conjuring. I think it's cool. Took me by surprise. I haven't really practiced in a long time, and I mean, I'm very happy that I did this because, like I said, this kind of like reignited the spark that I had for painting and just art in general. I made this by hand, and it is Annabelle from The Conjuring. Like the doll, you know, the haunted doll. I also built this for a cosplay, made it from scratch, sculpted the face and everything. It is as big as the actual Annabelle from like the movie, you know, like the movie props. Now I just have that around in my house, plus Valak. I believe that I showed you guys everything that I have. Like I said, I do want to get into art again. I set this up, all of this, over the weekend. I'm kind of like still new in the house that I'm currently living in, and I'm settling in. I've been decluttering so I can like focus on the things that are like, you know, important to me. Seeing like all of the stuff, seeing those pictures hung up gave me so much like joy and motivation, and also just like seeing this again. Now I hope that I'm just gonna like get into like making stuff again. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to join my creative journey. I'm just gonna let this happen and then like grow organically. I want to make original stuff too, original art. I really want to learn how to come up with original concepts and paint them in a style that is original, my own, authentically, but then also you can kind of sense that I have art and painting knowledge. That is the goal, and I hope that we are going to be able to achieve that in 2026. I hope that you are also going to have a really cool year and a creative year, and thank you so much for watching this. Please do not be mean to me. If you see any mistakes, I can see them too, you know, like I'm here to just like show my stuff and become motivated again to do more. So see you once I do that. Bye.